Heyo once again, fellow trans fans, Autobots, Decepticons, Legonians, and Brick fans. This is Dave Frost reporting in once again with yet another Transformer Titans Return action figure review. This time it is of Transformers Titans Return Clobber. And this, obviously, it's alone one character of one name, since he's obviously a Titan Master character. So you see the front of the box, and all this shows is just the front of his head or Titan Master mode. Nothing on the left side. Nothing on the right. Here's the back, where it just shows that you can place him on all Deluxes, Voyagers, and Leader class figures. The instruction manual is quite limited, or small, because it just shows a picture of him with what comes with him, and a bunch of careless, useless information. And then on the back, it shows that you can transform him with his extra stuff, or that you can transform his extra stuff from one beast mode to half a beast mode, to half of another beast mode, and that he can also change into a weapon. Because in Generation 1 there were Headmasters and Target Masters. Headmasters were the heads of Autobots, and then the Target Masters were the weapons for Decepticons. But enough with the instruction manual. Let's get on with the actual product. So, this pretty much is Clobber. But it is not the actual figure. This is just the extra stuff that comes with him, because he is part, with the extra stuff, he creates or forms with the extra stuff to become part of a T-Rex. So that's pretty interesting, because you can lift this up and fold in his legs and make it look like you're opening the mouth. Plus, you can even move the arms. Not very much, though. Even because that's what happens with T-Rex. You can't move the forearms very much. But you can move the legs. Forward and back as they are on ball joints. Even the tail can bend up and down. And yes, that is another head, but that's for the half beast mode that we will get to in a moment. And then there's this, but that's for the weapon mode. So we might as well open up the extra stuff that comes with Clobber and look at the actual figure. So, your eyes do not deceive you. This is Clobber himself. Because he's just the head for the deluxe Voyager and Leader class figures. He's just an extra head, really. All of this is just extra stuff, so he can actually be something else on his own, other than a small bot that can just transform into some head. But the extra stuff that comes with him represents, well, at least this part of it represents what his head is, as you saw on the front of the box, which we'll get to in a moment. So, like all Titan Masters, where the head can rotate 360 degrees and it can look up, not too far, not even down too far. And this is how far back the arms can go. And there is knee bendage, so he can sit in a chair. And due to transformation, there's a swivel at the hip, so a full 180 swivel at the knees, so that the legs can wrap all the way up and form the head, but we'll get to that in a moment. So, here's a bit of a close-up on his head. Not really much to look at. And he does have a pair of eyes in there, which is what his head is formed to become, or to be. But he doesn't really have much of a mouth. It's just detailed eyes and a mouth plate. So there's not really much to show there. So now let's transform his extra stuff into the second beast mode, which is only half of a beast mode, because it's really taking this which is a dragon head, taking the lower legs of the first beast mode, which is a T-Rex, folding up this stuff in the back to however you feel like, and then bringing these chest components of the T-Rex mode out like this, so that they're somewhat wings. That doesn't make much sense, but it's what Hasbro did, and it's the best they can do to give him two alt modes other than just being a plain robot and just being a robot head. But what you can do is that there are holes on the bottom of his feet, like every Titan Master figure. And back here on the yellow panel, there are a couple of pegs there. So you can put Clobber to ride his pet dragon, as it were. So there we go. We have Clobber riding his pet dragon. I'm telling you, it's ridiculous that Hasbro came out with this half beast mode. But it's the best they can do without adding extra stuff. As far as the T-Rex mode, for instance. The T-Rex mode is more complete than this. And you wouldn't want extra stuff hanging off anywhere in T-Rex mode, in the first alt mode, that would make this second alt mode more complete.
Let this mark the end of the Cybertronian wars as we march forward to a new age of peace and happiness.
So now I have Clobber alone, without his extra stuff, so that I can compare. Now, we have Infinitus, and we also have Theorists, who I've recently reviewed. Of course, they're all going to be the same size, because they're from the same line, just come with bigger bots to form with. Then there is Omega Supreme's head character. And he's from Energon. But here's one character who is a minicom from Transformers Armada that I forgot to bring into the other two reviews before, or recently. This is Rollout. His partner is Overload. It's a little disappointing because over time, ever since I got Overload, Rollout's head just kind of flops down to a downward angle, like he's looking at his chest, unfortunately. But that is the comparison of all of the headmaster characters that I have. Alright, so now I'm going to transform Clobber into head mode. Now this is why Clobber has a T-Rex with alt mode with his extra stuff. Is because his head is a little bit T-Rexy, more like a Grimlock from numerous Transformer toy themes. I am really trying to get this lamp to work with me to show off more of the figure. So this is Clobber's head, where it's black around, and then there's a red visor in there. I'm really trying to show it off, but it's not working with me. See, there's some red there. Trust me, it's red all around. I just can't. And there's some red there too. For some reason, I cannot get all of it in shot on camera. So that's Clobber's head mode. We've seen Theorists' head mode, and also Infinitus' head mode. Alright. Now, as you see before you, I've brought in Hardhead and Sentinel Prime. So let's see what they look like with Clobber in control. So this is what Clobber looks like in control of Hardhead. There, now you can see the red of Clobber's eye visor a whole lot better. That it's red from side to side. So, a thing I like to do with mixing up heads on these figures is Clobber is with Hardhead here, so I call him Clobberhead. You know, it's a bit funny and a little fun thing to do to mix up names with what is a Titan Master with a Titan Autobot character. Or a Titan Transformer. So now, let's put Clobber on... Well, first, I want to note that Clobber has a pretty good color scheme going on here. He has dark gray side horns or flaps, whatever we can call them. You know, side pieces on his head. And a black face except for the eye visor piece. So, this is all very cool. They mix together with the arms and the legs. So, that works a whole lot better than he would with Sentinel Prime. Sentinel Prime is a bunch of red, orange, and yellow, so I kinda don't think it mixes well. Like, it looks good, but the color scheme is all wrong. And, I think I did come up with a proper name. Call him Clobber Prime or Sentinel Clob. I don't know a good name to come up with these two. And then we have the weapon mode. So what you do is you flip the dragon head down as that becomes a cannon. You could do whatever you want with back here. Also, whatever you want with those pieces. There are a bit of a peg right at my thumbnail on the side, and it goes and clips into the hole or the inner part of the leg. Just looking at the instructions, they say to put all this back together into T-Rex mode. So that the weapon can be held properly, but I'm going to leave Clobberhead out so that he can be in control of Hardhead, and the weapon can go up on Hardhead's shoulder cannon. So that works out well, but unfortunately this weapon cannot fit into Hardhead's hands at all properly. Because I guess the peg is a little too big or long or something rather. But it does fit properly into Sentinel Prime's hand. As I am going back into the first beast move for Clobber, I want to note that this is where his head goes, and this is how he connects into the rest of his extra stuff. And like there's a tab on the back of his legs here, and a hole up in the upper part of the mouth. So that goes there, and then these parts wrap around him. Before I wrap things up, I just wanted to add, as a final piece, one more little bit of a comparison, but it does seem extremely unnecessary. A lot of people in the Transformers community have been saying that Clobber's head mode looks a lot like Grimlock's head. So here's a bit of a comparison between a bit of a comparison of Clobber's T-Rex mode versus Grimlock's. And this is Grimlock from Fall of Cybertron, the game. So we have that. And then next, last but not least, we have one other comparison to do that also seems extremely unnecessary. So I bring the feet down, the head up. Take Clobber out. And make sure that Clobber's in the correct position. Put him in. Having a bit of trouble getting him in. Okay, now he's in. We do need to make sure that the arms are down. And alright, there's Clobber in Dragon Mode. And this comparison is a bit unorthodox. Because, there we go. He is compared to RID 2001, the first version of Robots in Disguise. He is compared to RID Megatron. And like I said, it's pretty unorthodox because Megatron is overall bigger and has two heads, and everything's unnecessary and unbalanced. So that pretty much wraps everything up. So I thank you all for watching. Please rate by... No, that is the old way of my outro, and I'm not doing that anymore. Please stick around for more great LEGO and Transformer content coming to the future of this channel. And thank you again so very much for watching. And I will see you all next time. And also, please stick around for next Tuesday. I will have a big surprise for you all. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your week, and good night.